Everyone says they know what is happening, but ask where the work is stuck, and suddenly nobody is sure. That's not alignment. That is hidden chaos. You have meetings about progress, you send updates and threads, you check in, follow up, circle back, have daily huddles, and still the same questions keep showing up. Where is the work right now? If you cannot answer that in 5 seconds, you are not managing a process. You are chasing it. Welcome to The Real Place. I'm Milton Flanoy. Today, we're talking about why so many businesses stay confused, even when everybody is trying so hard. Today's truth, work cannot be seen and cannot be managed well. In Lean, visual management exists for one reason: clarity at a glance, not after a meeting, not after a complaint, at a glance. The goal is not to track anymore or more. The goal is to see faster. If you cannot tell what is normal and what is off track immediately, you default to memory, and memory is weak at operating a system. So instead of managing flow, you manage stories about the work. Stories are always late. Today, fix that. Fix the failures. Most businesses are not lacking effort. They are lacking visibility and clarity. You see it at the Gemba every time. Work lives in inboxes, text threads, side conversations, and people's heads. Ask four simple questions. What is waiting? What is in progress? What is overdue? And what is blocked? If those answers require a meeting, you already have waste. In Lean, we separate activity from flow. Activity is people being busy. Flow is work moving. Visibility is what lets you see the difference. Here is the shift. Private work creates confusion. Visible work creates control. A good visual system does three things. It shows the current state of every piece of work. It makes abnormalities obvious without discussion. It creates a shared reality for everyone involved. When that happens, the conversation changes. You stop asking what happened. You start asking what is stuck. That is where improvement lives. Think about this. One client kept saying the same thing over and over. We're busy, but things keep falling through the cracks. Not a capacity problem, a visibility problem. At the Gemba, nobody could answer a simple question: where is the job right now? No understanding of where the work is, a flow. Some said it was in progress, others thought it was waiting. The owner assumed it was done. That is not miscommunication. That is no system. We built a simple board, four columns: new, in progress, waiting, complete. Nothing fancy, no software overhaul, just a shared, visible flow of work. Think Excel, very direct, very in your face. Colors, stoplights. Within days, the truth showed up. Working, work sitting in waiting for approvals, tasks bouncing between people, jobs labeled active that had not moved in days. The board did not create the problems, it revealed them. That is what visual management does. It makes visible waste. And once you can see it, you can fix it. The owner stopped guessing. The team stopped debating status. The work finally started moving with intention. Three traps will break this if you are not careful. Overcomplicating the system. If it takes effort to update, it will not get used. If you spend more time creating the tool and populating it than just looking at it, it's not useful. If it is not used, it is not a system. Keep it simple enough to maintain daily. Build a board nobody looks at. A visual tool only works if it becomes the place where truth lies. If your team still asks for updates instead of checking the system, you have not changed behavior. Hiding bad news when the board exposes delays, missed deadlines, or blocked work, the instinct is to soften it. Do not. In Lean, problems are assets, but only if they are visible. If your system looks clean all the time, it is probably lying. Be decisive. Be understanding. You do not need more meetings. You do not need better memory. You need visibility because control does not come from working harder. It comes from seeing clearly. Here's your challenge. Pick one reoccurring process this week. Build one visual signal for it. Make it simple enough that someone new can understand it in under a minute. Make it visual enough that problems cannot hide. Then watch what changes. Confusion drops, conversations get sharper, more direct, and the work starts to move. I'm Milton Flanoy, and this is The Real Place. If you want control, start with visibility. Drop me an email or tune in for further insights.